So you can't fall asleep until you masturbate. In the last video, I showed you how masturbation always escalates. In this video, I'm going to show you why. The real culprit is dopamine, your brain's reward chemical. It's designed to help you in your real life do activities that not only help you survive, but thrive. But if you hit that dopamine button too often and too much, the system backfires. That's when your brain gets hijacked. A client of mine who's 28 years old, let's call him Mark, he started with a casual masturbation habit. First a few times a week, then daily. And at that point, it was enough. But before you knew it, it wasn't enough anymore. His brain needed more. He told me that he would spend hours searching for the right video, that video that hit the sweet spot and it was just intense enough to help him feel the way he wanted to. Scrolling, clicking, chasing. But the real problem came when he met a woman that he wanted to be with. He couldn't perform. His brain couldn't get aroused by touch, hand-holding, kissing, even being in bed together. That didn't register. None of it lit his brain up anymore. And here's the most heartbreaking part. He lost her. Not because he didn't love her, not because she didn't want to be with him, but that he couldn't connect with her in a meaningful way anymore. Mark told me, I don't want the porn anymore, but it's the only thing that works. That, my friend, is not desire. That's dopamine desensitization. That's a brain that's been hijacked. In my online clinic and my program, I show people exactly what's happening in their brain due to that dopamine desensitization. It works like this. Healthy dopamine release. It spikes when you do something in your real life that brings you pleasure in a meaningful way, like connecting with friends, an intimate experience with a partner, having a lovely meal. Dopamine goes up, then it comes back down, leaving you satisfied. Now, porn dopamine, that's different. Every click, dopamine spike. Every scroll, dopamine spike. Especially those intense scenarios, dopamine spike unnaturally high. Then it gets stuck there. Of course, until the crash. Through dopamine desensitization, those receptors downregulate. They turn down the volume button. It's a protective mechanism in the brain, but it means you can't feel the same anymore. The result? Real life pleasure and intimacy no longer register. Holding a hand? No. Kissing? No. Being in bed with a beautiful person? Not so much. That's why so many men tell me, I can't feel aroused with a partner anymore. Nothing seems to work. Others tell me, nothing excites me anymore. I feel flat. Porn does not give you more pleasure. It steals your ability to feel. I had one client tell me that he stopped watching normal porn and he escalated into very hardcore niches. He told me he didn't even want to do it, but he could feel his brain demanding more to feel the same. That's not preference. That's a dopamine hijack. Every time you click a new scene, your brain gets a new hit. But if you hit that button too often, you will then lower sensitivity. The receptors do their job and they try to protect you. Lowered receptor sensitivity means that that same video that used to give you a rush doesn't work anymore. That's when your brain drives you to chase more extreme content so that you can get back to baseline. This isn't about taste or personality. It's about neurochemistry. Dr. Anna Lembke, the author of Dopamine Nation, explains it like this. The relentless pursuit of pleasure leads to pain, and the cycle of overconsumption becomes its own prison. I always say that that's exactly what the dopamine hijack looks like. A prison locked from the inside. And dopamine isn't the only chemical that's being miswired. Next, let's talk about oxytocin, that chemical for connection. It's the chemical that makes you feel safe. It makes you feel feel loved, but it gets hijacked too. That's why so many men end up feeling completely disconnected from intimacy. That's episode number 3, Oxytocin Misfire. Don't miss it. Masturbation doesn't just give you a release. It miswires the dopamine system until nothing feels good anymore. Okay, if this opened your eyes, hit the like button so more people see this. Subscribe so you don't miss the next video or the rest of the series. Please put in the comments if you have found your tastes escalating. We are in this together. Your story can not only help yourself, but others. I want you to remember, you're not alone. We're in this together.